According to ESPN's Dan Graziano, the NFL and the NFL Players Union agree to set the 2022 salary cap ceiling at $208.2 million. This doesn't mean that the 2022 salary cap will be at $208.2 million, just that that's the highest it can possibly be. Should the figure go beyond that, the extra money would be used to accelerate the timetable for paying back the player benefits that were canceled last year. Cameron Wolfe of ESPN reports that former NFL wide receiver Chad Johnson is training for the June 6 exhibition boxing match. Johnson will be the opening fight of the pay-per-view portion of the Floyd Mayweather-Logan Paul card on June 6th. Johnson will face bare-knuckle fighter Brian Maxwell in a 4-round exhibition bout. Johnson states that he anticipates this fight will be a one-time thing for now, but he's treating it seriously. His opponent Maxwell is 0-3 in bare-knuckle fights, losing 2 fights by knockouts. He's 0-1 in a standard boxing fight and 2-3 in MMA fights. Maxwell is a professional fighter and Johnson is not, so despite the subpar record, Wolfe reports that Maxwell still has the advantage. The NFL's all-time scoring leader, Adam Vinatieri, announced Wednesday that he's retiring after 24 seasons, Mike Well of ESPN reports. Vinatieri, 48, a 3-time Pro Bowl selection, and a first-team All-Pro pick 3 times. He scored 2,673 points and made a record 599 field goals for the New England Patriots and Indianapolis Colts. He's made 29 game-winning kicks in his career, 2 of them being in Super Bowls. Vinatieri leaves the game with the most Super Bowl rings of any kicker in league history. A fun TMM fact for you guys: Adam Vinatieri and Marshall Faulk are the same age. The difference is the Hall of Fame running back retired in 2007, 14 years before the All-Pro kicker. Adam Wells of Bleacher Report reports that the 4th edition of the Capital One's The Match will feature a foursome of Phil Mickelson teaming up with Tom Brady to take on Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers in a showdown for charity. It didn't take long after the announcement to have Brady start trash-talking against his opponents. Rodgers and Brady have already established themselves as 2 of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Rodgers was named the NFL MVP last season, but Brady won his 7th Super Bowl title in his first year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The 2 quarterbacks will team up with professional golfers and go head-to-head July 6th. ESPN staff writer Michael DeRocco reports on Jacksonville's OTAs. A picture of Tim Tebow at Jacksonville training camp has been blowing up all over Twitter. Different tweets about how big Tebow's looking and how he's been hitting the gym. In Jacksonville, Tebow's transition from quarterback seems to be going smoothly, but unfortunately, things for Trevor Lawrence have been a little shaky. Tebow caught every pass thrown his way, including 2 touchdowns, one from Lawrence and another from Gardner Minshew. One good thing for the Jaguars is Tebow has not seemed to be a distraction, which seemed to be the big criticism when the team signed Tebow. Urban Meyer stated that Lawrence was accurate on Wednesday's workout, but had a tough time during the red zone on Thursday. Lawrence overthrew 4 passes and had 2 others broken up. Myers also stated it's normal for a rookie quarterback to struggle in the compressed area when facing NFL defenses. Lawrence was also limited to 30 to 40 throws because Meyer has him on a pitch count as he recovers from his off-season surgery. Adam Schefter took to Twitter to report that free agent running back Todd Gurley is in Detroit today to visit with the Lions. If he were to sign with Detroit, Gurley would be reunited with Jared Goff and be in the backfield with another former Georgia standout, DeAndre Swift. Contradictory to earlier reports, Jason LaCanfora of CBS Sports reports that it will be tough for Atlanta to get a first-round pick in a Julio Jones trade. LaCanfora reports that he spoke with 3 team executives. All are skeptical of the Falcons having an offer of a first-round pick for Julio. One executive even saying, if they have a high 2 for him, they should take it and run. LaCanfora believes that if they can get a first-rounder for him, You'll see the trade announced very early next week, and it's thought that New England would be the prime team that would trade a first-round pick. Although Belichick did give up a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu 2 years ago with Atlanta, under a different regime, but this didn't work out so well in Belichick's favor, and he might have a better read of the landscape this time around. Madeline Coleman of Sports Illustrated reports that Brandon Jacobs is eyeing an NFL return as a defensive end. With Tim Tebow's return to the gridiron, Brandon Jacobs announces that he wants to make his NFL comeback. The 38-year-old said on Twitter, "I will play defensive end for whatever team gives me a chance." A few hours later, he added, "I'm really serious about coming back as a defensive end. I can still run, I'm strong, and there's no way Tim Tebow is a better athlete than I am. I just need a shot, that's it." Jacobs, who's listed at 6'4", 264 pounds, last played in the league in 2013, 1 year after Tebow's final regular season game. Jacobs is a two-time Super Bowl champion with the Giants. Through 9 seasons, he rushed for 5,094 yards and 60 rushing touchdowns. AL.com reports that Mac Jones is wearing number 50 in his first practice as a New England Patriot. Although the NFL has expanded its jersey number choices for defensive backs, linebackers, running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers, a quarterback must wear a number from 1 to 19. So why is Jones number 50? When rookies arrive, the Patriots annually assign initial numbers based on the draft order. The first player drafted by New England always wears the number 50. And this season, it's Jones, who was drafted out of Alabama with the 15th overall pick. The quarterback's real number must be assigned to him before the first preseason game. Both Mac Jones and Cam Newton have been working on the field this week as New England started Phase 3 of its off-season program. Kendrick Bourne stated this of Jones, "Good energy, awesome guy. You can tell he's happy to be here. Comes to work and you can just feel his energy and his leadership already. He has swag to him that I didn't know he had at first. He's out there confident, and that's what you need in a quarterback." NBC Sports' Mike Florio reports that Packers are not budging on the Aaron Rodgers trade possibility. June 2nd becomes a new phase for a potential trade. After June 2nd, it chops the cap hit for Rodgers' trade by $11.5 million. Florio reports that it's still highly unlikely that a trade will occur. Rodgers wants out. The Packers want to keep him, and only time will tell whether he shows up for the mandatory minicamp or training camp. NBC Sports reports it would be a surprise if he doesn't show up. He says he loves his teammates, his coaches, the fans. Why would he choose to play for no one over playing for the Packers? He'd lose $14.7 million in salary, he'd forfeit $11.5 in previously paid signing bonuses, and he'd sacrifice a $6.8 million roster bonus earned earlier this year. Also, at 37, he would be sacrificing one of his limited years left in the league. We're just going to have to wait the 2 months to see if he shows up before the first game of the year. TMZ reports that the Tennessee Titans' Janoris Jenkins had his Rolls-Royce stolen from the Atlanta airport. The Atlanta Police Department stated that they've opened an investigation into a stolen vehicle. The police say that Jenkins reported the car missing May 26 and they've immediately taken action. Janoris Jenkins claims someone took his $250,000 Rolls-Royce after he parked it at the Atlanta airport, but no one seems to have any idea where it went. Jenkins says he immediately complained to management and followed up with various staff members, along with officials from City of Atlanta Aviation, but no one gave him any answers. "They gave me the complete runaround," Jenkins said. "I was told they had the footage of my vehicle arriving, but no footage of it leaving. Nothing makes sense." The NFL star is clearly upset about the car, but seems to be more frustrated with the way he was treated by the airport officials. The Browns' revamped defensive line shows off their muscles as pictures surface on Twitter of Takk McKinley, Jadeveon Clowney, and Myles Garrett, all showing how hard they've been working in the weight room this offseason. That's going to wrap it up for our NFL news. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to TMM and click the bell to be notified whenever we post in the future. Stay tuned.